Hi, it's Liz here. I'm going to share with you a simple technique called the Eclipse. I'm sure many of you have seen it. Some seem to think it's harder than what it is. I did when I first saw it. It's pretty simple, so let me show you. First, let me just show you some samples. This one here says, happy, happy day, and I'm probably backwards, so I apologize for that. So, happy, happy day. Trust me, that's what it says. This one says, Dad, you're a fox. You got a birthday coming up or even Father's Day. So the technique is with these letters that are raised here. What I'm going to be using are the large letter framelits. And there are also numbers too if you'd like to do the numbers. They're sold separately though. But this is the entire alphabet here. Plus it has an and, an equal sign, a question mark. So anyway, we're going to be using those. So I just want to show you two different ways to do it. The cards I showed you here, like I said, they are coming out backwards, and I apologize for that. This just allows me to be able to see the camera here. These, I just took a piece of pattern paper and cut them down. There's no stamping involved other than the tag here, but I took a piece of pattern paper and cut the letters out. If you want to do stamping, this one here I stamped already. I used the stamp set petal palette. And this is in the Occasions catalog. It's a large set, so it actually comes in 2 cases. So I used petal palette, and what I did is I cut a piece of white cardstock, 3 3/4 by 5, and cut that piece there. It's just basic white, whisper white cardstock. Stamped the whole thing. I colored in all the images with the Stampin' Blends, and then I laid it down on the Big Shot and did the letters. I'm going to move the camera down so that you can see that. It's a little bit better. See if I can zoom that in slightly. Nope. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just laying down the Big Shot, or putting the Big Shot here, sorry, taking the piece of paper that I already stamped, and like I said, or you can just use a piece of pattern paper, and it's already done for you. This one I stamped the whole thing first. Then I'm laying it down, and this one's going to say hi. So I'm taking the letters and just laying them right on top of what I just stamped, wherever you want that to be. Put my plastic piece right on top. Crank once. I usually bring it back and crank backwards just so that it goes all the way through. Pop it out, and again, I realize it's coming out backwards to you, but there it is. So I just cut out the letters. And like I said, I cut this piece to, so that I could do a border around it. I cut this piece to 3 3/4 by 5. And then I did this black piece as 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to layer this one right on top. And I'm just using snail. Don't worry about the letters that you cut out. Just move them aside at the moment. I'm just going to snail this piece onto the black. Okay, and then I have a coral background because the colors I used of Stampin' Blends were Old Olive and the coral. Okay, so right now, this is what I have. To do the eclipse with the letters, what I want to do is, this is where these mini dimensionals, if you haven't seen these are just the regular dimensionals, but they're half the size. These mini dimensionals are fantastic for these small little letters. So just take mini dimensionals and put them on the back of your letters. How many really just depends on the size of the letters. This is my H here. Where's the strangest place you have found dimensional backings? Because they are all over at my house. So what I'm doing is just taking it and sticking it right back in the hole where you cut out the letter in the first place. Many times people are like, how can you match up and line up the stamp image? Do all of your stamping first, then cut out your letters. And then everything lines right back up. Sorry, I have a barking dog in the background. And there it is. It's just put right back in there, and the letters are popped up, and you have the eclipse look to it. So that's nice and simple, and there it is. So if you have any questions, let me know. But it really is not as hard as you think it is, and it's beautiful, very simple, wow look to it. So have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.